Hi, today I want to talk to you about cleaning and sanitizing your home. Whatever kind of place that you call home, whether it's an RV or a boat or a house, wherever you call home, I want to talk to you about keeping it clean and sanitized. Now, to me, one thing that's very important for me when cleaning is that I don't leave harsh chemical residue behind on my cutting boards or countertops or anything. But also one thing that's very important to me is that if it goes down my sink, then it goes out into these waters that obviously I truly love. So I do not want to put anything into these waters that's going to hurt anything in those waters. So I kind of think that if it's going to hurt what's in the water, then it's going to hurt me too. That kind of makes sense to me. So what I choose to clean with is hydrogen peroxide. Now, this is a 12% hydrogen peroxide, which is my go-to peroxide of choice is the 12%, but you can also get a 3% if you're a little nervous about the strength of the 12%, then you can do the 3%. Now, I am not going to remember everything that this kills, so I'm going to start scrolling them across the top. But N1H1, SARS, Listeria, hepatitis A, antimicrobial, antifungal, yeast. I'm not going to remember E. coli, corona. This kills everything. Now, hydrogen peroxide is used, and this is food grade hydrogen peroxide. Now, we all know the little brown bottle of hydrogen peroxide. And the little brown bottle of hydrogen peroxide is not as strong, but it also has additives in it, which makes it not food safe. So, hydrogen peroxide, food grade hydrogen peroxide, is used to clean and sanitize operating rooms. It is used in our municipal facilities to clean and sanitize our water. In fact, this is what we put in our water tanks. Whenever we fill up with water, we add a little hydrogen peroxide to clean and sanitize that water and keep our tanks clean. And the thing about hydrogen peroxide is it just dissipates. Once it does its thing and it kills everything, it just dissipates and just goes away and it leaves no trace residue behind and nothing harmful behind. What you should know about hydrogen peroxide is that just be careful because you can turn your hair very white. With this 12%, you can really turn your hair white. So don't just go spraying it all over like you were spraying a can of regular cleaner, because it could stain your carpet, it could stain your furniture. So go gently at first and kind of experiment with it. Just be careful. Now, I use it. This is a little black bottle. This is my cleaner that I use to clean the bathrooms, the kitchen counters, the sinks, my cutting boards. And what you need to know is you can't put hydrogen peroxide in a clear spray bottle, which is why it's always been in the little brown bottle, because the light is going to make it, again, just dissipate and go away and not be useful to you. So you do have to have a bottle that light can't get through. Now, these two, I have my green one, which I use for produce, and my black one, which I use for everything else. Now, this 12%, you can dilute this by like a quarter cup for a whole gallon of water. So that's just how strong it is. So I dilute that with distilled water. It's very important to use distilled water, because if you're using any kind of water, if there's any kind of anything in it, it's just going to go boom, buzz right up and fuzz right out and no longer be effective. So distilled water. Now, I just kind of eyeball it, to be honest with you. For my produce one, I just put about this much peroxide and the rest distilled water. If it's the 3%, then I just go half and half with the peroxide and distilled water. And then I just spray this all over my produce, let it sit a couple minutes, and then either rinse it off or I just use a towel and wipe it off. So you can also just pour a little of this in some water, dump your produce in it, and it's going to kill salmonella. It's going to kill all the things. And for my cutting boards and things like that, I go a little bit more. Probably go about here with the 12%. And if it's the 3%, I just use it as 3% and don't even bother to dilute it. And the little brown bottle, now I bought this one just for the spray bottle, because this I keep in the shower. If it's 3%, it's just 3%. If it's a 12, I do half and half. And every time you take a shower, I just spray the shower. I spray the shower curtain because it fights mold and mildew, and especially on a boat. But everybody knows that that shower is where all the mold and mildew wants to go. So this keeps my shower from having mold and mildew. So I was lucky I saw that little bottle and I was like, oh, I want that. Now, these are my little toilet bombs, I call them, because every time you use the restroom, you just drop one in, and this little balm helps keep your toilet clean. It's like a little Alka-Seltzer for your toilet. And I use citrus acid, baking soda, and you can either do vinegar or you can spray a little of this in here to make them a nice, clean, and healthy way to sanitize your toilet. And then for the blue is obviously, you guessed it, for the window. Sorry, I'm being attacked. Now you can put a little peroxide in here because peroxide actually does help make a really nice shine on mirrors and glass. But normally I just do alcohol, vinegar, and water to clean my windows. So anything I feel like that I'm cleaning with, or if it goes down my sinks, whether it is soap or shampoo or my laundry detergent, everything that I use, I make sure that it doesn't hurt anything in the waters that I love. So go to the website. There's a more in-depth article about the benefits of this beautiful product, the hydrogen peroxide. There's also going to be links to my peroxide and links to my spray bottles if you're interested. These kind are those ones that just like continuous spray, which of course it's not good. Oh, there you go. It's not going to spray. You know, kind of more like a fine mist. And this is more like that bottle that, you know, you get that. And that's a pretty good mist too. So anyway, thanks for being here. I know this isn't as fun as cooking something, but I think it's actually probably more important than cooking something. So thanks for being here. Go to the website if you want to learn more or find the links to all of my things. Thank you again. As always, I so appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. Let's help keep our bodies and our world safe and clean. Thank y'all. See you later. Bye.